Well, I didn't get much of a nap before work, but I got maybe a half hour sleep. I woke up to Eleanor lying there in her little Superman pose, and Buddy is up there. He's roused himself. I'm gonna go give him a couple scratches before I go to work. But look at her. Oh my gosh, she's so silly. Hey guys, all right, so I'm on the way to work, as you can tell, and I've had a very nice day, really nice day. Woke up, as usual, about 6 a.m. The cats wake me up for their morning treats. Then we all went back to bed till about 9, which is kind of early for me since most of my trips start with red eyes. But it was good because I had to pack up 2 packages to bring to the post office, and I really hadn't prepared very much, so I had to scrub the plates really good because there was something dried on there, and make sure everything was pristine, and then package it up, which took a surprising amount of time and effort. I kind of have to work that into pricing, I think. And then I shut off to the post office and stopped at a Goodwill on the way because the post office is closed between 12:30 and 1:30, so I had to keep myself occupied, right? So I went to Goodwill on South Maryland, and I grabbed a couple things that I was super excited about because they were half off. The color of the day was purple, so all the purple tags were half off. And then on the way home, I went down to my favorite Taco Bell. I have a favorite Taco Bell. Do you have a favorite fast food restaurant? And I drove by it because I didn't even recognize it. It had closed. I thought it was keeping it in business. Well, it had closed, so I had just drove by them 1 block, and there was another Goodwill. And I walked in just to kind of speed walk through because I didn't want to spend my day at Goodwill. I wanted to be with the cats. Purple tickets, half off. I found a ton of them. Really good stuff. So I went serious Goodwill shopping today. Part of that was fueled by my retail success on eBay over the past week. So I'm feeling pretty confident I can resell what I bought today. I did a Goodwill haul video when I got home because the cats were napping, and it was just a very nice day. Really satisfying day. Had about a half hour sleep, and now I'm on the way to work, and all is well in universe. I know I'm working with one person that I know of. She's senior to me. I think she'll be flying C in the back. I don't know who else I'm flying with, so we'll see. You'll see once I get to work. See you there. Hey guys, hi. So I made it to my room here in Newark. Just settling in to start eating my breakfast. Very happy with that. The flight from Las Vegas was effortless, perfectly easy, simple. The hardest part was really staying awake because at one point I was like, struggle bus. But great crew. My chaser is a little bit more senior than me, maybe by 6 months. Really a lot of fun, really great. We have someone who's relatively new flying position B, and flying position C is a flight attendant from our Fort Lauderdale base. She was flown to Las Vegas, where she was scheduled to be here for 5 days on reserve. So it's being reserve out of base. And I don't think she was here for a few hours before she got called for this trip. So she, so she's working really fun crew. Great passengers. Everyone behaved beautifully. I'm sorry, I'm talking with a mouthful. Hold on. Yeah, everyone behaved beautifully. I've never seen a more orderly boarding or deplaning. They were fantastic. No complaints. So I'm here in Newark for 24 hours and 3 minutes. Apparently that's my layover. And I was going to go into the city because I didn't go in last trip, and I didn't go before that. But apparently it's supposed to be cold and raining all day long. Ta-da! So you can see the weather window looks very gray and very unpleasant. So I'm going to stay in my room again. How much fun is that? So I have my laptop and I have lots of things to keep me occupied. I'm gonna do my best to go through Flicka and see if I can swap some trips out. I have a couple Atlanta trips. I have one Pittsburgh trip I'd rather swap out of, but that's it. So I'm gonna eat my breakfast, crawl in bed for hopefully like a 2-hour nap, and then we'll see what happens during my layover. All right, I'll see you soon. Look at this dreary, rainy, cold day. That's fine. That's fine. I just slept until I didn't have to sleep. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and I really took a nap. I mean, I slept. I don't know how I'll sleep tonight, but we'll see. There's the airport off on the right-hand side. And that's the day, so I'm kind of glad I decided to stay inside. Hey guys, hi. Living the luxurious, glamorous life of a flight attendant. Look at that bed. So I am hanging out in my room, nice and cozy and relaxing. It's still a very gross day. As you can see, there's the skyline back there. It's just not a nice day. It's a perfect day to hole up in your hotel room with a cup of coffee with some Swiss Miss mixed in. I am hanging out on the Flicka website right now to look at what my vacation week is, because I'd forgotten, and also where I was just out of curiosity where my seniority falls. Now, at 6 years, I should say at 5 years, we're supposed to have 3 weeks of vacation for the year. But because my hire date falls after January 1st, that means I really only have 2 because I'm not completely sick, whatever. So, it's not that unusual. It's the same story in retail. Like in luxury retail at Neiman Marcus, I'd be in the same situation. So, I'll have 3 weeks of vacation next March. For now, I've got 2. 1 week I scheduled for the end of November. There's a fantasy, a little one, tucked right back here, that I would be able to go on a cruise. There's a particular cruise with a particular group of people I would like to go on next November, but that would be under some very serious circumstances where I'm financially allowed to go because it's a very expensive cruise. I think with somebody else in the room with me, cruising with somebody in that room as a sharing the space, I think the ticket's like $1,500. If no one goes with me or if I travel by myself, I'm probably looking more at $2,800, $3,000. So I don't think I'm gonna go because that sounds like abstract to me, that number. But who knows if eBay really takes off? Who knows, right? I'll have to decide before September, I think. But it's probably not going to happen, but it's a little fantasy. The other week vacation I have, we use, is called float vacation. So I'm allowed to choose 2 weeks or bid for 2 weeks of vacation, or I bid for 1 week of vacation and a week of float. And float is where I can apply vacation hours to a trip that's coming up that either I don't want to go on or some, surprise, unplanned thing is happening and I need those days off. I can apply my float vacation for those days. Sort of like sick hours, but not really, but whatever. Cruise scheduling still has to approve my use of float vacation, but they're usually they're fairly lenient when it comes to float vacation, unless it's going to throw a monkey wrench in the operations. They usually allow you to use what you want for float. It depends on how many reserves we have, reserve flight attendants. Everything depends on reserves. So I'm also looking at Flicka to see if I can possibly swap out of 2 trips. I have 2 long Atlanta layovers coming up. One of them I'd like to swap out of. And the other trip is a Pittsburgh trip. It's not that I don't like Pittsburgh. It's just that this trip isn't fantastic, and I'd like to possibly swap into something either with more credit or just a better, easier trip. The only way that those swaps will be approved is really honestly if what I want isn't on a critical day and if we have enough reserves, because we have to have enough reserve flight attendants to handle situations that might, pop up. So that's been the problem lately is my swaps not being approved because we don't have enough reserves. So we're hiring like wildfire. crazy. We're hiring like nuts. So if you do want to work for my airline, I've never said this. I should have said this a long time ago. So many of you say that you're here because I was like, hey, come on over. Pop my name in that referral box. But, so yeah, come on over. We need reserves so I can swap my trips. But that's what I'm doing so far. Watching some YouTube videos and, just hanging out. So that's my layover. I know, not terribly exciting, but, it's part of life here as a flight attendant. So I will see you guys later on this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow, whatever. See you soon. Fun fact, before I let you go, I'm looking at Flicka and looking at my company seniority and my base seniority. In base, I am 349 out of 746 flight attendants. So with 5 years seniority, that's not too bad. Imagine if I were with American, for example. I mean, my seniority would be like teeny tiny, but in my company, it's pretty good. And I am 1911 out of about 4,700 flight attendants in company seniority. So I'm not doing too bad for 5 years. So I'm pretty happy with my seniority there. Ta-da! Just a little fun fact. And I will see you later. Hey guys, hi. So it is 7:23 in the evening, and it's looking like some dystopian hell out there. So yeah, I'm glad I did not leave the room. I'm watching Fly with a Guy. He's moving. Very excited for him. I love moving.
We also love that.
I love moving because it gives me a chance to edit stuff, and get rid of things I don't need. I'm about to heat up some water using a new purchase. It is a little travel collapsible water kettle. One of you guys had sent me one a long time ago. I used it all the time, but I lost the cord. So I picked this up. It was like 20 bucks on sale on Amazon. Let's see how it works. I filled it up to the max fill line. All right, well, that worked out pretty well. It didn't boil water as fast as my old Gourmet portable kettle did, but it really, that's still pretty hot. It does collapse down to a pretty small little size, so that's pretty nice. It comes with a little bag, and it just made some ramen with the boiled water, so a success. I'll use that again. All right, so it is 5:25 in the morning. Let's turn the temperature up just a little bit so that whoever walks in this room isn't complaining. I did set it pretty cold. So this is how I leave a room when I'm on a layover. All right, well, that looks like a bed that Fly with Stella has occupied. Look at it, it's a mess. But that's the bed I slept in. That's the other bed. The only impression are from my clothes. I laid my clothes out there, but I always feel awkward using a second bed unless there's some sort of mystery stain or some reason not to be in that bed. I like to leave that other bed intact. I try to leave the room, as intact as possible so that the housekeeping isn't working their butt off. And that is all of my garbage in one bag. So I try to leave the room as neat as possible, which is very funny because my own home, is absolute chaos. But a hotel room, I leave in good shape. All right, blah, blah, blah. Let me get downstairs. I will see you at the airport or where are we going first? Vegas, and then Orange County and back, I think. I don't know. I'm just going to work. I'll see you soon. All right, it is 5:59 in the morning, and we've all made it to the Starbucks here at the airport. I have an order placed, so we're good to go. I'll be caffeinated to get to Las Vegas. And we have a San Diego turn. But yeah, thank God we all went down early for the shuttle because there must have been 25 people. There were 2 crews and lots of passengers. So it's good that we got down there because it was like Survivor trying to get on that shuttle. But we're here going to Vegas. All right, still in Newark. It is 7:58. Our doors were supposed to close at 7:14 on the other aircraft. We had to switch aircraft. There was a maintenance issue. We were going to be too heavy to take off because we're completely full, and for whatever reason, we were going to be too heavy to take off. And as a resolution, they had us switch planes, but we had to change gates, which required us to deplane everybody. They were very unhappy about that. Not only do we switch gates, we had to switch like terminal areas. So they had to leave, go through security one more time, and then come all the way down here to this different gate area. It's a lot. It's asking a lot of passengers' patience level at this time of morning, but some of them are more than a little irritating. So we're gonna cross our fingers and try to handle this as professionally as possible. See you soon. We're being catered? How are we being catered? They're catering us?
Yes.
Hey guys, being catered. And I'm only feeling incredulous over that because, like, they never cater us when we need to be catered. And when we don't need to be catered, they cater us. Whatever. I could have larger problems. So, yeah, that flight from Newark could have been worse. I know I say that all the time, don't I? It really could have been worse. These folks, we had to deplane. I'm not quite sure what I was able to tell you last time. Yes. Oh,
Victoria and Cassette.
they're on board.
Okay, let's go see him. I didn't see him.
Yeah, the flight, the original plane in Newark, we couldn't leave. It would have been too heavy to fly, so we had to, for some reason, I don't know why, we had to deplane everybody, and they were very unhappy about it. Yeah, unhappy about deplaning, and then when they found out they had to exit security and then go through security again to go to a different section of the airport, they were very unhappy about it. En masse, very unhappy. So when they finally made it through security, they made it back to our gate, they're boarding, and I was exaggerating. Hey, hi, welcome back, you know, blah, 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 blah. And that seemed to really do the trick to defuse a few people who were very upset. Lots of people were upset about having to ditch their coffee and their bottles of water and so on. So I had to make some concessions there. Not bad. In the end, it was a pretty easy flight because most people slept. For the flight, it was just over 5 hours, so it could have been worse. I actually had a couple fist bumps by people when they were leaving, so it turned out well, but it was a lot. It was a lot of a flight. But now we are an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes late here. So they pushed back our San Diego flight. We were supposed to have a 2-hour sit in San Diego before coming back. All set? All set. Let's get out of here. Yeah, so whatever. My hope, my dream was that they were going to cancel the San Diego turn for us and just send some reserves out to take over, but was not to happen. So, all right, I will see you later. All right, so we made it to San Diego. That group of passengers was so good. They were so good. It was a 48-minute flight. I was sorry to see them go because they were so good. Really good. I was reading the room right, and I had made a couple of jokes that were appreciated and well received. I got lots and lots of fist bumps and tons of people saying, "Oh my God, you brightened my day," and it was really a nice flight. It was good. Not just because, I'm self-serving and I want to hear nice things about myself, but it was just a really nice flight. And I love my chaser. So just a great flight. Kind of making up for the flight before, of course, but the next flight completely full again. Every one of our seats is completely full. I say this a lot, like one of my favorite people I work with, but one of my absolute favorite people I work with, Laura, is my chaser on the way back to Las Vegas, so I'm super excited about it. And yeah, this is it. Last leg of the day. It's been a long day. We were supposed to land in Las Vegas by 3. I think we're going to be probably an hour late, but I'll be going home. So I'll see you there. Hey guys, hi. Welcome home. Welcome back to Las Vegas. Welcome back to my car, Shamey. I am starving. It's probably not even safe for me to drive right now. I'm so hungry. I ate a Starbucks breakfast sandwich this morning. That was at like 6 a.m. in Newark time. And then I ate 2 of the little cuties, the little tangerine kind of things. And that's it. No, I had half a package of mixed nuts. That's all I ate today, and I'm not built for that. So I need to stop somewhere super quick, probably Taco Bell, for a bite to eat. But yeah, because I'm like dizzy. That last leg was very nice. It wasn't as nice as the leg before, but there were no complaints, no drama, no trauma. Really nice people. A lot of people we saw from Wednesday's flight. They were going there for a military graduation. I don't know where, but yeah, really amazing people. Really no problems. Great crew. My friend Laura was, you know, amazing. She flew with me as a chaser the last leg. She's amazing. You know, if you watch me and follow me, you know I don't have a G-O-D, a God kind of thing. Laura, and I think I've mentioned her before, Laura is a Christian in the truest sense that I understand Christians are supposed to be, you know, in terms of following Jesus and all that stuff. But her feeling, I need these on, her feeling is that she does not judge anybody. She doesn't have the right to judge anybody. She feels that we're all going to be judged by higher power eventually. So why bother judging people when you could just love them? So that's her whole life. She's an amazing person. I love her. But blah, blah, blah. I am delirious. So I need to grab a bite to eat. I might end this video here. But unless, you know, if something else happens on the way home or this evening, I'll tuck it on at the end. But for the time being, I want to thank you for joining me on this trip. It wasn't the most exciting. I do apologize, but that's my life. All right. So I'll see you guys later. Fly safe. Bye. Hey guys, hi. So the video has not ended apparently. After leaving the airport, I stopped off at Little Caesars and grabbed a pizza. I got 1 slice in my mouth just so I can get home in one piece. I mean, I was getting delirious. Of course, and no shock to any of you, there's a Goodwill across the street. I know. I am powerless. I have no willpower when it comes to this compulsion to walk into Goodwill. I think I'm not getting a cart. I'm not going to go home with a whole cart full of stuff. If you watched my last Goodwill haul video, none of that's really listed on eBay yet. I mean, very little, if anything. So I've got to list a whole bunch of stuff on eBay. So I didn't want to get a cart full of things. If I bought anything, it had to fit in one hand. Well, I got a pig. Look at him or her. He's filthy. But look at all this painting. This is all hand painted. Look at these flowers and butterflies and bugs. Look at these. Look at this little pig. Now, I had to do some Googling. I went on eBay, and there's only one fellow just like this one. He's listed currently for $275. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this little pig. I might keep him. It's listed for $275, and there's lots and lots of listings on the internet at other websites that list him as being sold at a good amount of money. I paid $7.99, $6.99, $6 or $7. But I saw him lying on the shelf on his side, and I thought, well, he's missing something because he's not supposed to just be lying on his side, right? I thought he was a shelf sitter because his little legs here, but he just didn't sit up. And so I Googled him, and apparently it's a sleeping, resting pig. I think some people have him with a pillow under his head to keep him kind of steady. But this is hand-painted Chinese lucky pig. Having a pig in your household, maybe a sleeping one, I don't know, is supposed to bring prosperity and health to your household, from what I can tell. If you know anything about Chinese culture and pigs, there's somebody out there who knows what I'm talking about. Leave a comment underneath in the comment section if you know anything about this little fellow here, or someone, you know, kind of like him. He is absolutely precious. And all of this is so beautifully hand painted. But for $6 or $7, I got this little pig. I love him. I was walking around the store holding him as if he was a newborn. It was probably insane. But now I have my pig, I have my pizza, and I'm gonna go home and take care of my little babies. So this is the official end of the video. Once again, if you know anything about this pig or a pig like him, please let me know, because there's really not a lot of direction online. So I will see you guys later. Fly safe. Bye.